Welcome back, St. Louis. It's your favorite host, Marlon Whitfield, and you're tuned into the ITV Network, where every week we work on bringing somebody that's new, exciting, and that's doing a lot of great things right here in St. Louis. And today I have the pleasure of having the CPC, which stands for the Community Programming Coordinator for Ready Readers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Ms. Campbell.
Thank you
Lauren Campbell, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, you got to tell us about this Ready Readers thing, because again, I was a part of it, but I'm gonna let you kind of give the background about Ready Readers.
Okay. So Ready Readers is an early literacy nonprofit here in St. Louis, where our mission is to expand access to literacy, and we do that through providing high quality books to kids that we serve, literacy related experiences, and building relationships with the community.
Also, it's right here in St. Louis, baby.
Yep,
So
right here in St. Louis.
You from St. Louis?
I am from St. Louis, born and raised.
I got to ask the question. Well, what high school did you go to?
I went to Rosati Kane High School.
Nobody knows what that is. Rosati? What is Rosati Kane?
Rosati Kane is it's an all-girls Catholic school, just a few miles down the road.
Okay.
Yep.
So what made you interested in doing being a part of Ready Readers?
So for a long time, I was an educator myself. I was a middle school math teacher for several years. And when I was ready to make my pivot out of the classroom, you know, I knew things that I was passionate about are equity, education, kids, building relationships. And even through the math classroom, I saw the huge importance that literacy has and the barriers that it creates when kids are not reading on grade level. So I came across Ready Readers and saw the work that they were doing in the literacy space and the equity space, and I had to be a part of that.
No, and I love it. And I was a part of the campaign that was just launched. I was excited because me and my daughter was a part of that. Tell me a little bit about the campaign and how did that come about?
So our Embracing the Power of Literacy campaign was a partnership between Ready Readers, Black Men Read, and the Believe Projects. And so the idea came from our marketing coordinator, Erin. She, folks might remember those read posters like back in the 80s and the 90s, and it was like celebrities on there just saying read to encourage kids to read. And so knowing that, you know, St. Louis kids have a literacy crisis, we wanted to just increase representation, particularly of Black men in those spaces. And so we decided to launch this campaign with our partners to represent Black men reading.
Absolutely. So it was 25 men that you selected, kind of influential men, good-looking men.
Right.
That's right. And, no, but be able to actually do this campaign, and from my understanding, it's going to be in over 1,200 schools.
Yeah.
So posters in 1,200 schools. So how did you get this to make? Because this is huge.
It is huge. So Ready Readers partners with over 1,200 classrooms across St. Louis City and County by providing volunteers to do a 30-minute story time. So in those classrooms, that's where we're going to be distributing these posters with all these images of different men reading books. And in addition to the classrooms, they'll also be in community spaces and just other places where we want to represent Black men in literacy spaces, showing that Black men are caretakers and valuable parts of the community.
That is big and it's different. One thing that I know, like, so I've seen some of the statistics of why it is important to be able to learn how to read. Even in math, you talk about the comprehension. If you got word problems, right? Can you comprehend on the right level? Do you think technology these days are impacting what's going on, or do you think it's more of the learning system that we're in right now?
In my opinion, it's both. I think the system, you know, unfortunately right now is flawed, especially for our most vulnerable population, particularly for Black and brown kids. It's just not enough for what our kids need, especially kids that are operating from a deficit. It's just, they can't get caught up. So between the system failing them and the fact that we live in such a technological age, I feel like the art of just like reading books is kind of lost. Kids are more interested in looking at a tablet or a screen. And so they're just not as motivated to pick up a book and read instead, so.
And I understand that even with having kids myself, like what I've tried to do, like they love the tablet, so I've been able to like put on closed captions. So even though I think that helps a little bit, they'll see some of the words and things. So what are some, outside of the poster, what can people do to help in the community? Is there reading campaigns going on? How do we help kind of address what's going on in the community?
There are all kinds of opportunities to get involved. So, I mean, just on a very basic level, yes, if you are a parent, we encourage you just to read to your kids. If you have access to books, if you have, you know, if you yourself are able to read, just read to your kids. If you can make time, simply read to your kids. There are all sorts of organizations that you can tap into that help those that, may not be able to do that or don't have access to books. There's Ready Readers, there's Black Men Read, there's the Believe Projects. There's all sorts of organizations that you can tap into. Tutoring kids, that's one thing that comes up a lot. Kids need tutors, both inside and outside of school. So again, if you are able to give your time to be able to kind of help some of these kids close these gaps, then tutoring is a great option. And I think honestly, just like advocating for, reading, for education, for the community, just simple advocacy goes very, very far. So.
I agree. How long has Ready Readers been around?
So Ready Readers actually has been around for over 25 years.
Whoa.
So it's a really, really long time. It's just, it's kind of been under the radar, I guess, for a little while. But, we're trying to amplify that and know that, like, we are here to support the community and do the work that's necessary to help get kids reading on grade level.
Now, for this, do you guys need volunteers or wait for people to volunteer? How does it work?
Oh, absolutely. So one of our forms of programming is our Storytime program, where we send volunteers into early childhood centers and different classrooms for a 30-minute story time once a week. So we always need more volunteers. There's definitely a greater need than we have volunteers. So you can visit readyreaders.org. We're Ready Readers on social media. We could always use more volunteers. Our partner organization, Black Men Read, they're also doing great work within the community, in schools. They also definitely need volunteers. So it's all kinds of ways to tap in.
Man, I said, and that's what we're looking for, ways to tap in. So listen, St. Louis, you heard it right here first. We need you. Brothers and sisters, we need you out here for these programs. Again, it's been around 25 years. It's really taking off right now. Amazing campaign I was a part of with me and my daughter, so I'm excited about what's going on right now. So again, we thank you for joining the show for once, and thank you for being a part of the St. Louis community.
Thank you for having me.
So St. Louis, again, you heard it here first. It's Marlon Whitfield with the ITV Network. Keep it locked right here. We'll be right back.